All right.
Okay, welcome to another episode of the Ninjutsu podcast. I'm your host, Don Rowley. Today we're going to talk about something that is very effective, but not quite as easy as many people think it. So Hunter comes in like this, and all just walk up, okay? So just like, okay, very no contact, but very realistic response. Okay, a few weeks ago I was talking with some friends, and one of them was basically saying he was helping out with a women's self-defense class, and they got to the point of groin shots, and all the women are like he, Lorena Bobbitt, and he told them straight out, as a man, I have more experience avoiding being hit in the nads than you have in getting, hitting someone in the nads, and he's not just talking attacks, he's talking like furniture, toddlers, dogs, these things, it's genetic legacy. Anybody that took a huge hit to that area, even if they survived, wouldn't pass along their genes. Not possible. Okay, so we men come from a long series of not letting people hit us in the groin. In fact, there's a kata from Kotoru that plays on this. Okay, so it's comes in from right here. 1, 2, boom. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. Basically, is 1, 2, come up, and as he scoots his butt back, this one comes in, bam, like that. Also, I've also seen it with the other hand. But yeah, it's an element of Kyojutsu Tenkan Ho. Kyojutsu Tenkan Ho is not about fooling people. It's about giving them something, and when they react to something, you're not committed, and you move on to the next one. So in other words, if he hadn't gotten his ass out of line, I would have made him, basically a castrati. But because he did the natural thing, I just went into the next attack without being like, oh, come back here, I gotta kick you. This is, again, obviously back in the old days, they knew this, people are not going to let you kick them in the groin if they can. One exception, one big exception. Again, this was a group and a lot of bouncers and a lot of people like that. People who do a lot, and I mean a lot of sparring under certain rules where you can't target the groin, seem to not be able to react to a groin strike. It's like it's trained out of them. Also, I've had this happen with throat strikes, neck strikes. If it's not on that, if you don't train against it, it's not something, and they just don't see it. I mean, I was at a seminar, teamed up with an MMA guy. At one point, he comes back and goes, "It's like your default setting is to punch somebody in the throat." And I go, "It works." He goes, "Point taken." So according to someone, if the guy walks in with a tap out t-shirt and starts getting froggy, then that little move where he just comes in like this, boom, and don't react to it, okay? And I'll do it nicely. So basically from right here, boom, and then come here. You had too much to drink. Said that, yeah, that works, to boom against someone that has had a lot of training. But don't count on it. More likely, they are going to react, and it's going to be something like this, and then you just got to come up and do something else. Don't try to chase an attack that doesn't work. Now, there are one last thing I want to kind of say here, make this short. A groin strike is incredibly painful, and pain works until it doesn't. And this is what they're finding out as police officers, according to friends, is that when someone's like, what are you giving me a problem for? They come up and they do something like a tachiori, they grab, keep your hands out of your pockets, and you'll see them, and if you know tachiori, like 3 seconds after you're better, you're not damaging them. It hurts. It's not really damaging. Once the fight starts, pain is a lot less effective. It is not going to really cause somebody to modify what they do. Again, if they're just here like this and they get like that, but if they're coming like, I'm going to fucking kill you, adrenaline dump. And one of the side effects of adrenaline dump is lack of pain reception. So, yeah, I do know a guy who basically once had a fight in a bar, he was a bouncer. He's doing the after-action report with the manager, and he turns to him and goes, "You know what? I just realized I got kicked in the balls. I'm going in the corner and curl up in a fetal position." And he did. After the adrenaline, went away, the pain came. So just not just groin strikes, but any type of strikes that does pain. You probably, again, if he's about ready to throw a punch, you can probably do something with pain. But if he's coming in swinging, forget pain. That seems to be what we're finding according to police and other people on the front line. That's it. Not too long. Thanks very much. Go ahead, hit subscribe, hit like, make some comments about maybe some stories you've heard to help everyone else learn. Thank you very much. Good day.